Welcome to the Horror Hallucinations. Warning, this channel is dedicated to horror and mystery stories. If you prefer these topics, then you are in the right place. Ghost Shelter Story. A person may do something that harms him and everyone around him, and perhaps the practice of witchcraft and its works are the most evil things that humans have practiced, and perhaps some stories narrate the tragedy that these actions left on innocent souls, such as the story of Roland Doe. Introductions to strange events. Roland Doe, a 14-year-old boy, lived in his grandmother's house with his mother and some of his siblings. His grandmother had a room of her own, preventing any family member from entering it, and she did, until 1949. The grandmother passed away and the life of the whole family turned into a living hell, where the family members discovered after her death that she was a witch who practiced the arts of black magic, and was interested in the sciences of preparing spirits, and it was not easy for the family to discover the matter. But they lived many moments of suffering, which began with hearing faint voices reverberating inside the walls of the house. There are knocks on the walls, especially at midnight every night, and shadows and dark bodies began to appear in the house from time to time, and everyone in the house saw them. Not long after, some strange marks began to appear on Roland Doe's body, which looked more like burns drawn with a lipstick pen. Of course, the mother did not wait, so she carried her son Roland and took him to the priest, who ordered her that when night comes, she lights candles in the house, and she puts holy water next to her, and this is what the mother did. At first, the place was quiet, and everyone thought that it had ended in this way, but after that things got very complicated, as the candles were extinguished and the holy water was poured out, when the table flew from its place and hit the wall, and all the furniture in the house began to move automatically, and the matter did not stop there only, but rather began chasing Roland Doe wherever he went, as his school table flew in front of his colleagues, causing terror among his colleagues, teachers, and the administration as well. So his mother had to stop him from going to school. Then she took him with her to some hospitals to receive the necessary treatment, and the matter continued for more, and caused panic for many. The matter reached Archbishop Joseph Ritter, and he instructed Reverend Borden to go to the boy's house, and hold an exorcism session, accompanied by the psychiatrist Jesso, and indeed the two set off early towards Roland Doe's house. Reverend Borden and Dr. Jessot remained in the house, until Roland fell asleep, then entered his room and the Reverend began to say a prayer, and he put a special cross under the pillow on which Doe slept. Then they left the room immediately and closed the door behind them, and it was not minutes until everyone began to hear strange voices were coming from Doe's room. 5 members of the family decided to go into the room accompanied by the priest, and as soon as they entered they found all the furniture moving by itself, in random directions, besides the cross falling from under the pillow, and Doe began to utter obscene words, in both English and Latin. The priest continued to visit Doe daily, and recite prayers next to him after he was tied up, but the matter, although it took a lot of time, brought very good results. The symptoms of flagrante delicto began to disappear, and the boy's condition improved, until he returned to normal again. The events of that story are true. It gained wide fame in the West, and writers and producers turned it into books and films that achieved overwhelming success.